After another season, the long unending debate on who would be crowned the Ballon d'Or winner for the year is on. The list is out and features some familiar faces, while ignoring some of football's finest. Sorry, Ronaldo, maybe another time. Among the several nominees for the award, no one is touted to win it more than Haaland or Messi. So today we're going to take a look at who has the edge to being crowned the winner and why other nominees do not stand a chance. So stay tuned. The recent season was remarkable for so many reasons, as it was the season Man City finally got the trophy that many thought they were cursed from getting. Also, Messi was finally able to lift the World Cup trophy and maybe put an end to the GOAT debate. Let's not forget that it was a season that Barcelona had one of their best runs, along with Arsenal, but only one of them was able to lift their domestic title. Before we continue, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. The team's incredible performances saw them get their players in the list, with Man City leading in the numbers of nominations as they had over 7 players on the list, including Rodri, Bernardo Silva and Julian Alvarez, and usual suspects Haaland and De Bruyne. The list also contains Napoli's duo of Kovacic, I will not be pronouncing his last name for obvious reasons, and Victor Osimhen, as well as Morocco's hero goalkeeper Yassine Bounou. It also includes former Tottenham man Harry Kane, who has moved to the Bundesliga champions in search of a trophy. I hope Bayern don't find a way to bottle it again. It would be devastating. However, only 5 of these nominees stand a chance at the award, even though the final contest is between Messi and Haaland. Let's take a look. 5. Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne was the cornerstone to City's record-breaking season, where he finished with 10 goals and 32 assists. 32 assists. He is called the creator-in-chief for a reason. He finished the season with an FA Cup, Champions League and a Premier League title, but perhaps his performance was only bettered by the next guy on the list. 4. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius had one of his most productive seasons under Ancelotti, even though Madrid failed to win the La Liga or the Champions League. Vinicius finished the season with 25 goals and 26 assists. What a player. Now that is what 100 million can do for you, Chelsea fans. Vinicius finished the season with a Club World Cup, Copa del Rey and Europa Super Cup. But maybe the failure of his team to impress in major tournaments like the Champions League and the World Cup reduces his claim at the Ballon d'Or. But the same cannot be said for the next man on the list. 3. Kylian Mbappe. After reaching another World Cup final and lifting another League One title, Kylian Mbappe has his case to win the Ballon d'Or title. Mbappe finished the season with over 50 goals for club and country and went home with the Golden Boot at the 2022 World Cup. However, a failure to lift the World Cup and a disappointing run in the Champions League might have hurt his chances at the ceremony, but he is definitely a name to look out for in the coming years, and his era with Haaland cannot come any sooner. 2. Erling Haaland. While the Ballon d'Or looks at a player's ability to lift major cups, a player's personal achievement might be the highest influence to win the award, and nobody comes close to having a more impressive personal season than the Norwegian machine, Erling Haaland. Haaland broke the number of goals scored in a full EPL season after scoring 36 goals and finished with the European Golden Boot. Haaland also finished with the most goals in the Champions League with 12 goals and lifted the Champions League trophy, Premier League trophy, as well as the FA Cup. But perhaps the cons to his game are what might reduce his chances. You see, despite Haaland being a force to reckon with, he has been guilty of going absent in games. But I mean, who really cares if you go missing and still score 50 goals plus every season? But that's not all, as there is also the issue of the national team. Norway failed to make it to a major competition like the Euros or the World Cup. So despite scoring loads of goals and lifting major trophies, Messi might have a chance at his 8th Ballon d'Or. 1. Lionel Messi. The former PSG man is in a 2-horse race with Erling Haaland, and his strongest case to clinch the award is none other than the World Cup. Messi was voted the best player of the tournament after he scored 7 goals and assisted 3 during the tournament. You could say the little magician carried his team at the World Cup. No wonder the Argentine star could not be bothered about the Ballon d'Or when asked about it during an interview. I was lucky to have achieved everything in my career, and after the World Cup, I'm thinking about that award much less. My biggest award was that, and I'm disguising my moment. If it arrives, good, and if not, nothing happens. I was lucky to achieve all my goals in my career, and I now have new goals with this club," he said. It is to be expected after being on the stage for over 16 years and sharing the award with Portuguese star Cristiano Ronaldo. And no picture better captures this excitement about finally getting the World Cup than, Ronaldo fans, you might want to look away from this, the picture of him sleeping in bed with the trophy. But perhaps there are other factors that might still prevent him from winning it, like his last season at PSG. Though Messi scored 21 goals and provided 20 assists in 41 appearances for PSG, they failed to go far in the tournament as they were knocked out in the round of 16. Also, his move to the MLS has not helped his cause for the award. Our verdict. It's hard to say who would lift the trophy between Messi and Haaland without looking at their stats and personal records last season, so let's check them out. These stats include the tournaments that make them favourable to win the award. For Haaland, it's the Premier League as well as the Champions League. Haaland became the first player to reach the 20-goal mark in his debut Premier League season, as well as the most goals in the league. This made him the first player to win the Premier League Player of the Season and the Young Player of the Season in the same year. On the other hand, Messi won the World Cup Golden Ball, World Cup Silver Boot, as well as the FIFA Best Player in the World, which Haaland did not participate in. He became the player with the most goals in the FIFA World Cup, as well as the only player to score in 5 different World Cups. Even though Haaland edges Messi on club level with his 36 goals and 8 assists, compared to Messi's 21 goals and 20 assists. While also winning the Champions League trophy, the World Cup is definitely the tiebreaker. In a year when the World Cup is being held, the major contenders for the Ballon Dor are expected to put on a show on the biggest stage, which made a case for Luka Modric after the 2018 World Cup, even though his country did not win it. But sadly, Norway was missing, which meant the world could not see Haaland, while his biggest competition led his country to glory and style. So without much doubt, it is clear that Messi might just be claiming his 8th Ballon d'Or this year. However, this might be his last, as his departure from Europe has definitely hurt any aspiration for the award. But like we have seen, that will not be an issue for him. This is the first time his main rival, Cristiano Ronaldo, has not been nominated for the award since 2003, which shows that we are coming to the end of an era. And perhaps the world of football could look forward to the future of players that could fill their really big shoes. Thanks for watching. GOF, any last words?
Yeah, like and subscribe.